What is going on, everybody? Look, I kind of have a setup. I'm trying to upgrade the quality of my videos a little bit, and didn't quite turn out the way I wanted. That wasn't quite what I was. The little background there with where you can find me on the interwebs is not quite what I was hoping for, but it is what it is. It'll work for now. Also, I'm finally using this webcam that I bought. Hell, I bought this back in the fall sometime, maybe even late summer. The only time I've used it is when I did a couple of live stream videos for opening some Prism basketball. I think that's all I've done with it. But anyway, trying to upgrade my game just a little bit here. So I got a pretty exciting mail day yesterday, and it's literally a mail day that has been, what are we at? Where are we at? We're at the end of March, so almost 6 months in the making. I actually ordered this back in like November, maybe even late October. As you can tell, my times are real good tonight. But it revolves around T206s. If you saw my Sunday showcase of slabs, I didn't talk about every card, but there were some cards I talked about, and one of them is making an appearance again. So we got George Gibson here. So this I've had, and I briefly mentioned that I picked this up because I picked it up out of Tobacco Row, but I picked it up because of a guy that I knew that collected George Gibson, and this was just kind of my little, you want your cards to have a story, and this is the story. And I have noticed that SGC slabs show a reflection, so you can see that little light there from my camera. We're working on things. I got my head off to the side so you don't see my ugly face, because I shaved off all my facial hair, and I'm not going to let y'all see me on camera anytime soon. But anyway, so there's George Gibson. Oh no, there's my reflection. We're not going to do that. How about that? There we go. That huge chin of mine is finally coming in some use. But what I got is a book on George Gibson. Got this yesterday, delivered by Amazon. I was the first pre-order, I believe. Sit this so y'all can see it. A little crooked there. But George Mooney Gibson. Just really excited about this. So the collector that I told you about that, is a big Gibson collector, and I know him from Net54, and he talks about him a lot, is the first name there is Richard Armstrong. So he had told me that he had this book coming out, and he told me I was one of the first, because I was shown a lot of interest, and I love seeing his collection, and it's fascinating. And maybe after I show him this video, maybe I can get him onto YouTube. I'm gonna try. That literally just hit me, but man, that would be awesome to see, a pre-war player collector collection. Really the only, I can think of B. Roth 6 and his Hank Greenberg collection. Not pre-war. I don't remember if we consider those pre-war. I don't think we do. But nonetheless, I love his videos, and I would love to see all of these George Gibson things he has. So maybe I'll be able to convince him to join the YouTube world. But if you like baseball history, I'm not a reader, but I am excited, and we'll probably start reading this tonight. I don't read it. It bores me. It makes me fall asleep usually. The last book I got excited about was a book on Lloyd Ruby that I got probably 5 or 6 years ago, and I did read it in about 3 days. And I'm hoping to do that kind of with this, since, stuck at home with all this stupid nonsense going on. But anyway, it's a T206 subject, so I thought, some of y'all might find that, we got time, so it might be a little fascinating. But there we go. Still learning this whole setup. Sorry, guys. So the back, Canadian boards, George Gibson. Grew up playing baseball in the sandlots around London, Ontario, before going on to star with the Pittsburgh Pirates of the National League. In an era known for tough defensive catchers, Gibson was an Iron Man and set records for endurance. He helped the Pirates defeat Ty Cobb and the Detroit Tigers to win the first World Series in 1909. Their first, not the first. My bad. He played with and against some of the biggest names in the game and counted Cobb, Wagner, and John McGraw as friends. He then held numerous coaching and managerial roles in New York, Toronto, Pittsburgh, Washington, and Chicago, the last Canadian to manage full-time in the major leagues. So I'm excited about this. You can see it's just a little note on Richard there. He's a particular interest in the dead ball era and Canadians who've played the game. He's a member of the Society for American Baseball Research, so SABR. I don't know that I knew that about him, actually. And he lives in, forgive me, Richard, if I say this wrong, Guelph, Ontario. So pretty excited to do this, to dig into this. I will post a link below. I bought this, I pre-ordered, and I think he told me I was the first pre-order. If I wasn't, I was definitely in the first handful. Purchased this off Amazon. So hopefully y'all take a little interest in this. Maybe check it out. I will put the link below to the listing, assuming it's up and I can find it and all that fun, happy stuff. But anyway, hope everyone has a great Wednesday evening. I will talk to you later. Happy collecting, y'all.